Storytime in Seacliff. The clue that we had gotten from Oberon is all ready for Halloween, as you can see, was this clue, a bear. Oh, and the name of the book is Three Bears in a Boat. All right, let's find out about this book. All right. Once there were three bears, Dash, Charlie, and Theo, and they lived by the sea. One day, when their mother was out, the three bears did something they really shouldn't have done. With a crash, oh no, their seashell was scattered in pieces on the floor. Oh no, afraid of their mama, who, well, she was a bear after all, the three young bears fled down to the beach, and they huddled inside a boat. Theo whispered nervously, "What should we do?" Charlie crossed her arms and stared out at the sea. It was Dash, as usual, who had an idea. What if we find another blue seashell and put it back before Mama gets home? She won't know that anything happened. Well, Charlie and Theo smiled, and just like that, the sly bears got into the boat and went out to sea. Their sail flew open like a wing, and the boat flashed across the water. Oh, and dotting the sea around their house, there were many other bears in boats. Surely one of them would know where they could find a blue seashell. But the bears on the first boat didn't have any idea where to look. And the bears in the second boat, they were a little confused. The bears in the third boat seemed a bit busy. Then they met up with a big salty bear, and they asked him if he knew where they could find that seashell. And the salty bear looked them up and down and said, "I reckon I might." "Way over yonder," he told them, "in an island shaped like a lumpy seashell. You're going to find one. It could be underwater, it could be in the tallest tree, or it might be on the very top of a mountain. You've got to look." Well, as he began to motor away, the three bears yelled their thanks to him. "Just look in the right place," he shouted. Well, excited, and now they were sure that they were soon going to have a new blue seashell, they sailed on, and they sailed past islands that looked like lots of fun, and then some that didn't look like much fun. Whoa, and their voyage was not without incident. Oh no, look at the creatures. Oh, beautiful. They sailed on further and further than they had ever gone before. They sailed until an island rose on a hump before them, and they began to search for the seashell. They didn't find it underwater, no. It wasn't up in the trees, nor on the top of the mountain. Then they found a small cave. "I'm not going in there," said Theo. "It's too dark." "But this could be the right place," said Dash, peering in. "We have looked everywhere else." Then Charlie walked inside. "Bears afraid of a cave?" she said, and the other two followed. Inside, the cave was small and dark. Definitely no blue seashell here. Oh, the three were most unhappy. They stared at each other with very squinty, very real bear ears and eyes, and all the way back to the boat. They were so sad. No blue seashell. And now they felt very far from home. Back in the boat, the three began to argue. Dash said to Theo, "We're all stuck out here because you broke the seashell." Theo yelled, "It's Charlie's fault because she was too wobbly when we were climbing." And Charlie growled, "No, I wasn't. And it was Dash's idea to sneak the honey in the first place. Oh, that's what they were trying to get, the honey, when they knocked over the seashell. Around and around they went, and they got more and more angry, louder and louder, and yelling and pointing at each other with their paws. They didn't even notice that the sky was turning darker and darker, and now the sea was getting rougher and rougher until, whoa, oh no, boom, there was lightning and thunder. Oh, Dash and Charlie and Theo were so scared. They didn't know what to do. Whose fault was it now? It didn't matter. They were all in the same boat, wet and blinking. The three bears looked at each other, and Dash said, "It was really a bad idea." Theo said, "It was an accident, but I did knock the shell over." And Charlie said, I guess I was a little wobbly." They reached out their paws and they clung to each other very tightly. Oh, and then, like turning a page, the little boat sailed out of the storm and into the sun. The three bears floated on water as smooth and as calm as glass. The storm already seemed far, far behind them, and then straight ahead was their very own island. The bears set sail for home. They knew what they had to do. They pulled their boat up right by their own shore, and at the edge of the beach sat a beautiful blue seashell. Picking up the shell, Dash remembered the words of the old bear. So this was the right place, he said, looking at his brother and sister. The three bears walked up the long, long way, the path to their home. And guess who was waiting? Mama. "I'm sorry I broke your shell," said Theo. "Me too," said Dash. "Me three," said Charlie. But look what we found for you." And Dash held up the beautiful new shell. Mama Bear, being a mama, looked at each one of her three little bears, hugged them all very, very tight. She kissed the tops of their furry heads, and she forgave them. And then she brought them inside for a nice warm supper. But they didn't get any dessert. How funny. Oh, all right. What a lovely story. Lovely. Thank you, Oberon, for that great clue, too. Well, we have a birthday today. It's Lola. Well, it was Lola's birthday a few days ago, and she had a beautiful, beautiful birthday celebration and a beautiful birthday day. But we thought that we would sing to her, just kind of to end up her birthday. So we're going to sing to Lola. But first, we have to find out about the cake. We're going to start with Frida and Lucy and Maxine, Marlo, Hudson, Marta, Harris, Joseph, Rocky, Henry, Rafa, and Scarlett, all voting for vanilla. And let's see, what about our chocolate? We have Graham and Audrey and Lila, Molly and Alice, Ben and Bee and Bevy, Riley, Tate, Sophia and India, all voting for chocolate. So let me count. 12 for chocolate. 12 for vanilla also. Oh, wow, wow. So it's an evenly divided cake. Well, that's very nice, Lola. I hope you like chocolate and vanilla. Here we are. All right, let's sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lola. Happy birthday to you. Right, okay. Oberon, do you have a clue for tomorrow? All right, let me reach. Oh, yes, we do. Here's the clue. Here's our clue. Thank you, cameraman Dan. Thank you, Oberon. And remember, I love you all very, very much.